welcome to At Home today. We're so glad that you're here. We hope that on this cold, wintry day that our program today will warm up your innards, as they used to say, warm up the innards, because today is soup day. And Debbie Squires, who was here several weeks ago at Thanksgiving, is back today to make some delicious soups. And you know, she works at Fontana. She's the head cook there. And that's in North Huntington, Pennsylvania. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you want to go to a great restaurant, check out Fontana's. It's great, easy to get to. And all the information about Fontana's will be in our newsletter. So if you're getting the newsletter, you'll know exactly how to call, get directions, or get reservations. But anyway, today, she's making chili. Now you say, oh, Arlene, we all know how to. She's making white chili. White chili, okay? No red in it at all, no red tomato. She's making corn chowder. And she's making a cream of crab soup. Oh. Each one of those in itself could really warm up your insides. Is there something about taking a cup of soup when it's so hot out? Just feels good, get your hands nice and warm. Well, today we're gonna warm up outside, inside, and all around the town because Debbie Squires is getting started. In fact, I can hear her already at the stove stirring some stuff. We come back from the hint. She will be here to get us cooking soups today here at the At Home Kitchen. We'll see you in a minute. Here's today's At Home hint. For an easy treat when making soups or stews, take a stack of tortillas and cut into long, thin pieces and add to the soup during the last 15 minutes of cooking. Corn tortillas are lower in fat than flour tortillas.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Well, here we are in the kitchen again. Nice to see you, Deb.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah,
thank you for having me back.
We had such fun the last time you were here. We thought we'd ask you to come back again.
Oh, thank you.
I know that you make a lot of soups at Fontana's, right?
Yes, I do, and I make a lot of quantity of soup.
Like big vats almost.
Oh,
huh?
yes.
Okay, so today, like I said, we're making 3 different kinds. What are you starting out with?
Okay, now I'm going to start off with what I call the white chili. Now this variation you could do with any kind of poultry. You could do it with wild game, anything such as that. Now in this pot I have a half a stalk of celery mulched up in a food processor.
Okay.
I have 1 carrot, I have 1 green pepper, and onion also.
Okay.
All
so you do that
up.
on that with the blade or just down in the bottom with the big blade?
No, with the big blade.
Okay.
I just mulch it like so, puree.
So it's real thin.
Right,
okay.
Because I've learned over the years that people don't like to crunch into celery. But if you mulch it up, they don't know what's in there and they eat it.
Exactly.
And it hides a lot of things.
All right,
so
now,
in here I sweated this down with one stick of butter and it's sweated down. Then I added 1 quart of heavy cream and I will put water into this mixture also.
Just 1 quart of heavy cream?
1 quart of heavy cream and I will put water in this also.
Oh, okay.
And chicken stock.
Okay, so you're going to let that cook for just a little bit then, right?
I will put this chicken base, but this is going to go for a minute.
Okay.
Back here to the corn chowder.
We got pots everywhere on the stove today and we're all cooking soup. Okay.
Yeah. We rough cut this. This is a hand cut.
So you didn't use the food processor?
No, I did not.
Like
I used the bigger pieces. There's celery.
Kind of resembles a corn, huh?
Exactly.
Same size.
Sort of like a confetti corn, if anyone has known what that is. There's green pepper, there's celery, there's onion, there is red pepper in there. Usually
that's frozen corn?
Right, frozen corn, fresh, whatever you have to work with. It's one of the easiest soups around because it's a dump recipe.
I love chowder, corn chowder.
Now, this is sweated down pretty well. We're going to add 1 quart of heavy cream to this.
Wait. What she means about sweated down, I mean, she just got, these onions aren't fried, these vegetables aren't fried, but if you look at the onion, you can see it's like translucent, which means that it's very clear, but it's not brown. You're not frying it, right? Right. Okay, so you've done that with all the corn and everything going in there.
Right, now in here I'm going to put 1 quart of heavy cream.
Now, could you use half and half?
You could, but you need to temper it because sometimes it will curdle on you. All right, now.
I wonder why that is. I guess it's the milk
It's the amount of cream.
Yeah.
It's the amount of cream that's in it.
Okay.
And I'm also going to put water in this also. Okay. Being that there's heavy cream, you need to dilute it down with water that gives you some kind of substance. Now in this pot right here, Arlene, will you please put this chicken stock?
I will.
Black pepper.
All of this?
I have fresh parsley, and this is a Cajun seasoning.
Oh boy.
Including the potatoes. You can put everything in that pot.
Are these cooked potatoes?
Those are cooked cubed potatoes.
All right, I'm going to start first then with this chicken stock. Now, you know, you can get bouillon cubes and dissolve them if you have.
Right, but they're very, very salty.
They are.
Now I'm adding water to this white chili. It'll dilute it down a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm also going to add water
Go ahead.
to the corn chowder.
That's fine. Like how much water?
Usually about a quart. A quart of heavy cream, you fill the container with water.
Okay, there goes the parsley. Here goes the black pepper.
Right? You
No
dump
salt in
everything
there, huh?
No salt because there's salt in the base. I'm sorry.
That's right. And also the Cajun maybe has some salt, huh?
A little bit,
Little
not
bit.
too much. I
Now,
usually buy
what's
the
this for? Is this for
salt-free.
me too?
That is going to be for that dish also.
This is granulated.
No, that's chopped garlic.
Oh, chopped.
Chopped
okay.
fresh garlic. That goes
That's about
right
a
in.
tablespoon.
Yep. That goes right in there. Now, like I said,
Yeah.
you dump it in. It's a dump recipe.
Dump. Now we go in.
Now, the only difference between a chowder and a cream soup is if you see the word chowder, that means there's chunks of potato in it.
Oh, that's what makes it a chowder.
That's all
okay.
it is
Well, that's good to
potato.
know. Because
So
sometimes
now-
you see it on a menu and you don't know what they mean by
Right.
chowder.
Now, this is ready to go. It just needs to be cooked
Cooked.
down. Now, we're going to go over here to this crab.
No,
in
wait.
here-
Let me ask you a few questions. You're going fast here today. What about if I didn't have cooked potatoes? Can I put raw potatoes in
Yes,
there?
you could, but you need to add a little bit extra water because of the starch.
What if I put the water in before I put the cream in?
You could do that too.
Because I think they would cook quicker in the water than they would in the cream.
Right.
So you would just reverse your liquids a little bit.
Right, a little bit
But
more.
I was just thinking if you wanted to dump and you didn't have the potatoes, or maybe you have a couple leftover potatoes, why couldn't you do it that way, right?
You could, and you said, like I said, you could put it all in cold actually and just boil it. But I like the flavor of the sautéed vegetables first.
And you do want, after you've added all those seasonings and stuff, you
Right.
want that time to cook into
To
everything.
cook down.
To cook through. Okay.
Now these vegetables here we're sweating. This is going to be for the crab soup.
Okay.
Now over here, don't put the crab in.
Not in
we
yet.
put that in at the very end.
Okay.
That is crab base.
Okay.
Put about half of that in there. It's about 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
With 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley.
Okay. Now this is the same thing like
Is the
chicken base.
but it's
Deb,
crab.
tell us about the place where you like to
Now,
get this.
I like my base coming from this company right here. It's called R.L. Schreiber.
Yeah. And
Okay, they do have a website.
Go
you
online.
do have the number
address,
in the
It's going to be in
newsletter.
the newsletter for this company.
Yeah.
And of course, they
And
sell
have
it like
every
this.
base, yes, that's a 2-pound. They have every base imaginable. But now, if you don't cook a lot, see
Yeah.
if you can get a friend to go in on it
Yeah.
with you, especially on the holidays. You'll use the chicken base up
You have to keep that in the fridge
once it's open.
once it's open. Okay.
Once it's open. Okay,
All right.
now you put,
What's this?
that is Old Bay.
Old Bay seasoning, and you associate it always with
Right,
seafood.
right. You put
'Cause
that
that's
in
a
there.
nice
You
combination.
put that pepper in there.
Black pepper.
Okay, now you're going to put that quart of heavy cream in there.
This is a joy of my life to use this heavy cream.
Quart
you
of heavy
understand?
cream.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm going to flip, while she's doing that, I'm going to flip over back to the white chili.
All right.
We put in 1 pound of Land O'Lakes American. It has to be Land O'Lakes. If you don't use Land O'Lakes, I'm not responsible for your product.
Okay. You know what? While she's putting the cheese in, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to finish all these soups. So stay with us.
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, if you're just joining us, my friend Debbie Squires, that's right, my newest friend from Fontana's restaurant in North Huntington, has just given us the basis for a white chili. This over here is corn chowder, and this is cream of crab soup. And I'll tell you, any of these, and you know, take a day with a friend and say, let's make soup, and make a bunch of pots of soup, put them in quart containers, throw them in the freezer. You need something quick for supper, bring it out in the morning, let it thaw, put a sandwich together with that or a nice big salad. You have dinner, don't you think?
Exactly, I
And
agree
know that,
100%.
you make a lot of the soup at the restaurant.
Right,
And you have people that come in and
they buy quarts of it. So
Containers.
yes, everything
Exactly.
freezes very well if you just listen to the directions I tell you. I'll
Sure.
give everybody the right direction.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, let's tell me now what you're adding here and how did you cook it?
This is cubed cooked white chicken. Now you could use, like I said, wild game. You could use turkey. You could use ground turkey. Any kind of poultry will work.
Okay.
The main thing is I just put it on a
Season
cookie
it.
sheet. I season it with onion pepper, garlic pepper, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Onion pepper, garlic pepper, and a little bit of salt. Bake it in the oven. When it's done, cube
Bring
it
it
up,
up.
and it's good to go.
Okay, so you're adding that to the white chili.
Right to the white chili. This cuts a step down. Now you could put it in raw, of course, and cook
Takes
it right
longer,
in
though,
here.
huh?
But for the essence of time, we're trying to get everything done in
Sure.
the right moments here.
Now, we also want to tell you that when you're making soups, particularly cream soups, the heavy pots are better, aren't they?
Right, they won't stick on you. You have to watch, especially the white chili, because of the cheese. It will tend to stick.
Right.
As you notice, I am stirring this just about constantly.
Yeah. And I am stirring this one too.
Now I've put the chicken in here. Now I'm going to add the beans. I have northern beans.
Okay.
Let me back up a minute. I want to put a little bit of black pepper in here.
Black pepper. Okay.
Some fresh parsley.
Couple tablespoons, maybe.
Yeah, we'll save a little
Just
bit
chopped.
for the top. I want to put a little bit of this garlic in here.
Okay. And see, she didn't overpower it with the garlic because some people don't like the garlic flavor.
You can always add to
That's exactly
what you
right.
want.
You
You
can't
can't take
take it
away.
out.
You can always
No,
add.
sir.
You can't take away.
All right, now what are we adding here?
Now we are using, these are white northern beans, they're called. They sell them in a jar in a grocery store
Okay.
or sometimes in a can. I suggest you buy the ones in a jar. They tend to be a little better.
Oh, okay.
I like to see what I'm getting.
Uh-huh.
That's my
Now let
biggest.
me ask you, is that the juice that they
This
came
is the
in?
juice they're in, and you see I'm
Do you
putting.
pour everything in?
I pour
Juice
everything
and all?
in. I'm just, whoops, trying not to splatter.
Okay, so no draining the, good.
And I have some extra beans here, so I'm not going to put all of these
All of
in
them
here.
So that's purely a white chili because there's no red beans, no red tomato.
It's all white.
Nothing.
You have the white meat of the chicken, you
Oh,
have the
yeah.
white of the beans, you have the cheeses. Now, I
Everything.
suggest that you try different cheeses.
Yeah, whatever
Don't
you
just
like.
go
huh?
with, I told you to use pepper jack and Land O'Lakes
American.
American. Experiment with different types of cheese
Sure.
because, there's a Gruyere cheese out there, which is a very expensive Swiss, but it is so creamy and so
Taste.
mild. It's perfect for white sauces and anything with like fondues. Now, I noticed for the white chili, it is exceptional. You put
See, what
that
I
in the
would-
white chili,
Well,
it's out of this world.
And if it's expensive and you can't do it, why not make it like this? And then when you serve it, put some of that on top of it. Would that be nice for a garnish?
Exactly,
Even?
yes.
Okay,
now
now
let
what
me
are we
see the
doing?
slurry here.
Tell them about
What
the
a
slurry.
slurry is just cornstarch
Thickening.
dissolved in cold water. Now
Right.
you have to thicken it, but you have to dissolve it very good. And this has been sitting, so it tends to go to the bottom.
Yeah, but it stirs right back
So
together.
yeah,
huh?
exactly. So
Now, what are you going to thicken? All of them?
I'm going to thicken every one of them with the slurry.
Now, the thing is this, you have to keep it moving. It has to be
Right.
boiling when you do this,
Ready?
too, right? Go ahead. And you'll feel instantly a resistance
It'll get
with the spoon.
instantly, yes.
Yeah, and as it cooks, it will thicken. Now, see, look at this. I can feel this already. Wow, this
Dump
is,
that in
yeah.
there. Okay.
I need 4 more hands.
You got that?
I'm stirring 2 pots at one time. This is
Let me
wonderful.
get this one for you.
Isn't that thick, huh?
Yeah.
Now, if they get too thick, how
Well,
do you
just
thin
put
them
a little
down?
bit of water.
Some
A
water
little bit
thins
more
it down.
water or
Okay.
some chicken stock.
Because I've had that happen to me.
And it does happen from time to time.
Yeah, you might need some up here too. You better check it and see. I'll do this
Stir
one.
that one up.
Yeah.
No, this one's good.
Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. Ah, the smell. Now we have something else that goes in this cream of crab,
A
right?
crab, but we're going to put that in at the very,
Okay.
very end, right before you serve it.
All right, but let's talk crab.
Now, let's talk crab. Here, you
Let's
hold
not be
that.
crabby. Okay.
Crab meat comes in different grades, of course, and different sizes. This is what is called a special lump,
Okay.
or it's called a super lump,
Okay.
or it's called a back fin
Back
lump.
fin lump,
It
okay.
depends what brand you buy. Now, as you notice the sizes,
Yeah, there are some chunks in here.
yeah, they're bigger sizes.
Yeah.
You don't want to break it up too
Yeah,
much.
you be gentle when
That's
you're
why,
cleaning this, right?
Exactly. And you really don't have to clean it too much. You just have to pick any of the shells out
Right.
that are in there and drain
And
it.
this is probably a little more expensive than some of the cheaper.
It is.
But you get
this
tiny little
average is
strands.
about $12 to $13 a pound. But if you want jumbo lump or super jumbo lump,
You're gonna pay.
You're talking $20, $24.
yeah.
But it depends how important.
not for soup, because
but
you're stirring,
how
it's gonna-
important is your family?
Exactly.
Once in a blue moon, you know what? Splurge.
But you know what? I'd rather buy that super and make crab cakes or something.
Oh,
You can see
yes,
those big chunks.
right.
Because you know what? As you stir this, it's going to break up anyway, probably.
Right, exactly.
You might want to turn this one down a little
taste
bit, do you
it.
think?
That one okay? It's not sticking or nothing, is it?
You got a little crab or something. There you go. Okay.
Excuse me.
That's all right. This is sticking just a little bit, maybe.
Let me see.
Not quite. Look at this. It's like 3 pots of porridge.
Yeah. Peas porridge.
I'm loving it. Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to put some slurry in here.
Oh, you put it in there too.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
There we go.
And I will probably need a little bit more slurry, but we may get lucky with that.
Now,
Once it comes to a boil, a little bit more.
yeah, boy, these are, I wish you could be here to smell this. It's incredible, I'm telling you. Now, we're gonna serve this with some crostinis, like, and that's just take a baguette, cut them down in thin slices, put some garlic and some oil on them, pop them in the oven until they get crusty, and we're gonna put them with this soup. Won't that be good?
It's fantastic.
My mouth is watering so bad.
This is definitely a meal.
I'm telling you, these are hearty soups that are a meal.
They really are. And they're very filling. And it's, as far as the corn goes, they're pretty inexpensive. The most expensive soup is going to be your crab, of course.
Yes.
It's going to be your white chili. Corn chowder is pennies on a dollar. If you have, leftovers.
Deb, I'm telling you, when I make regular chili, it costs. I mean, it really does. There's a lot of stuff in that. A lot of stuff. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be in the dining room tasting all these delicious soups. Stay with us.
Just go to ctvn.org/at-home to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, no subscriptions. They're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/at-home to get today's recipes now.
Now, I want you to be sure to get the recipes from today's program because I know you're going to want to do these soups. And they're so easy, they're not difficult, and Debbie's made them so easy. We want to welcome Debbie. You're not only here, but the boss is here because she was checking her out today.
Dog.
The big boss. Nancy, we're so glad that you were here, and thank you for joining us at the table. And thank you because this has been,
more than welcome.
you know, the director said, you know, these soups all kind of look the same color. They look, and they do because they're creamed soup. When you start out with the basics, similarities, then you know that the cream in there is going to make it look creamy. So we'll start here. Look at that. That's the white chili, and it's a chicken. Look at that. Look at that, nice and hot. Chunks of white chicken in there with those wonderful vegetables.
It's very cheesy.
Cheesy, lots of cheese in this. If you like a cheesy soup, you're going to love this one. And that's the corn chowder, right? Corn, look at that one. Oh my goodness, don't you just love it? And you see how soups really hold the heat too. That's a fabulous thing in the wintertime when you're so cold and you just want something to warm you up. And that's very inexpensive, isn't it?
Oh, yes, very.
I mean, really, there's no meat in that at all. That's a great vegetarian dish, except for the chicken flavor would be something.
Right.
Okay, so that's wonderful. And back here, this is the cream of the crab, or the cream of the crab. Okay, look at that one.
Very
just
creamy
beautiful.
chunks of crab.
Now, you didn't put the crab in that one till the very
end.
Okay, and that was because?
It'll break up the crab meat. You want chunks of crab.
Sure. You want to be able to taste it, not just all like somebody pulverized it. And that's why you do it at the very end, or else you could buy the cheaper crab that really doesn't, I don't think it tastes as good. And I would rather go this route. But any of these would be great for a supper. What do we do around the bottom of that?
I made a crostini.
Yeah, that's
you just cut them on the bias, smear a little bit of garlic on there and toast them up.
Oil.
That's perfect for the corn chowder. And
Really,
in
for
this
any of these
smaller
soups,
one,
huh?
I have just a smaller, like a toastette.
Yeah. And then we have some crackers. These
And
got
we
some
have
buttery
crackers
crackers.
also.
Now, you know, really, to complement any of these, a nice salad, because these are hearty soups. These are hearty. They're not like a brothy soup. These have a base to them, and you're going to get good nourishment because there's lots of vegetables, lots of flavor. And again, if this, you say, Arlene, I could never use all that soup. Have it for dinner one night, put it in a container, put it in the freezer, mark it when you made it and how much it, you know, there's a quart, there's a half a quart, whatever. And then you have a quick and easy put together supper, a grilled cheese sandwich with this.
That's right.
An open face.
Like the chili, all you need with that is bread and butter.
Right. Now, do you have these soups at the Fontana's at the restaurant?
Yes, I have them quite often. The white chili I run every other week, and it has quite a following.
Oh, I'm telling you, I've never seen a white chili. This looks absolutely fabulous. And I want to tell you, if you're in the Pittsburgh area, if you live in the Irwin area, hey, if you want to drive, take a nice drive, go out to Fontana's. And again, the information, the phone number will be with our newsletter, and you will be in for a treat. Besides, I have a personal interest because my Josh works there, and he does a fine job. And I know you guys all love him there because he's just that kind of a guy. And it's a great place to eat. Your ribeye steak is awesome. Paul had that. He was everything but licking the plate. But anyway, we're really glad. We're glad when the family drops by. We're always so thankful that you feel like you want to be a part of this program by watching it. You know, if you didn't watch, there'd be no sense for us to make programs. I say that often because that's really the truth, because you're a part of the family because you watch. And you know, when the family gets together, it's always fun because you never know what's going to happen. Like you never know when Debbie's in the kitchen. It's fun, but you never know. But we're thankful that you do drop by. And can I just make a suggestion? How about dropping in at church this Sunday? You'll feel good all week long. If you take that time, separate it to the Lord, you will definitely feel a whole lot better. So that's my advice this time. And until the next time, I tell you, get ready because we're going to have a lot more good recipes coming up for a whole lot more good food. And we're always glad when you're there. So until the next time, be sure to join us. It just wouldn't be the same without you. We'll see you then.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.